Thought for 13s. Have you ever wondered if history is hiding something massive from us, something that could rewrite everything we think we know about the world? Imagine flipping through ancient maps and spotting a colossal empire that spanned continents, only to realize it's been completely wiped from modern records. What if that empire wasn't just forgotten, but deliberately erased? Stick around, because we're about to uncover the mysteries of Tartaria, a civilization that might hold the key to unexplained wonders in our own backyard. By the end, you'll be questioning reality itself. Let's start with the basics to build a solid foundation. What exactly was Tartaria? From the 1500s to the 1800s, maps from across Europe depicted a vast territory known as Tartaria, or Grand Tartary. Where was it located? This wasn't some tiny enclave. It stretched from Eastern Europe through the heart of Asia, bordering the Caspian Sea on one side and reaching the Pacific Ocean on the other, while extending from the frozen tundras of Siberia down into the steppes of Central Asia. When did it appear on these maps? For over 3 centuries, cartographers consistently marked it as a dominant force. Why does this matter? Because these weren't amateur doodles. They were detailed works by respected mapmakers from France, the Netherlands, Germany, and beyond, all agreeing on its size and location. But here's the hook that pulls you in deeper. How could an empire this enormous simply vanish? One moment it's plastered across every atlas, divided into regions like independent Tartary, Chinese Tartary, and Russian Tartary, suggesting a network of interconnected territories. The next, poof, gone. No wars, no plagues, no natural disasters recorded as the cause. If you're thinking, maybe it was just a label for nomadic tribes, hold that thought. The consistency across nationalities screams something more organized, more real. And yet, by the mid-1800s, Tartaria starts fading from maps. Not slowly, but abruptly, as if someone flipped a switch. What force could orchestrate such a disappearance? We're just getting started. The answers might shock you. Now picture this. You're holding a history book from today. Flip to the index, nothing on Tartaria. Geography classes, silent. It's like an entire era was surgically removed. Why would anyone go to such lengths to erase it? If it was merely a vague term for scattered groups, why the thorough scrub? And what about the grand cities and landmarks those maps detailed? They couldn't have just evaporated. This is where the curiosity builds. Could the remnants of Tartaria be hiding in plain sight, right under our feet, or in the architecture around us? Fast forward to the late 1800s and early 1900s, a time when something extraordinary erupted across America and Europe. Grand buildings popped up overnight, massive edifices with ornate stonework, domes, and details that baffle even today's experts. Where did they appear? Everywhere: government halls, train stations, expo centers, even whole urban districts. When did this building boom happen? Right around the era when Tartaria was vanishing from records. How were they constructed so quickly? Official stories claim rapid industrialization, but the timelines strain belief. Take San Francisco in 1906. What happened there? A massive earthquake leveled the city. Who rebuilt it? Supposedly local workers, but they erected jaw-dropping structures in mere years, despite the chaos. Resources were scarce, skilled labor stretched thin, yet these buildings rose with precision that modern engineers envy. Why the rush, and how did they pull it off? Some whisper of external aid, perhaps from a lost civilization like Tartaria. Intrigued yet? Let's dig deeper into one of the most famous examples. Enter the Chicago World's Columbian Exposition of 1893. What was it? A sprawling white city covering over 600 acres filled with neoclassical marvels. When was it built? Records say in just 2 years, a feat that seems impossible for such elaborate designs. Who created these? Architects like Daniel Burnham, but the craftsmanship suggests skills beyond the era's norms. How? Officials claim temporary materials like plaster and staff, but photos show solid, enduring structures. Where did the inspiration come from? The domes, columns, and facades echo styles from across the globe. But here's the twist that keeps you watching. Shortly after the fair ended, every building was demolished. Why? The excuse: they were meant to be temporary. Imagine pouring fortunes into masterpieces only to tear them down. Doesn't add up, right? This is where theorists step in. What if these weren't new builds at all? What if they were ancient Tartarian relics, renovated for the event and then destroyed to hide their origins? How could that be? The theory posits that Tartaria was an advanced society, leaving behind architecture that predated the fairs. By showcasing and then erasing them, someone could rewrite history. Still with me? The similarities in style across continents only fuel the fire. No matter the location, Chicago, San Francisco, or even St. Petersburg in Russia, these buildings shared identical elements: classical columns, intricate domes, flawless stonework. How do you explain such uniformity across nations, crews, and eras? Unless they stemmed from a single source. Tartarian theorists argue these weren't coincidences, but fingerprints of a unified empire. But wait, it gets wilder. What if Tartaria wasn't just erased above ground, but buried below? Stroll through any pre-1900 major city today, and you'll spot oddities. Buildings seeming to sink, with original first floors now basements. Windows at sidewalk level, peering up like forgotten relics. What caused this? Theorists call it the Great Mud Flood. When did it occur? Around the 1800s, coinciding with Tartaria's map disappearance. Where? Globally, from Seattle's underground to New York's subways. How? A catastrophic event buried cities under mud and debris, leaving only upper stories visible. Evidence? In Seattle, entire blocks sit below street level. The underground tour isn't just quirky, it's proof of a shifted ground plane. Construction digs often unearth precise stonework deep underground. And remember San Francisco's quake? During rebuilds, workers found intact facades buried for decades. Who buried them? Nature or something orchestrated? Mainstream historians say urban development, streets rising over time from paving and renovations. But why entire floors submerged, not just inches? And why the global timing aligning with Tartaria's fade? This mud flood hypothesis suggests not evolution, but erasure, hiding a civilization's traces. Why the consistency in buried architecture's sophistication? It screams deliberate cover-up. But hold on, the theory escalates. What if World's Fairs were the perfect smokescreen? How do you conceal a lost empire? Claim its buildings as your own, flaunt them, then demolish. Take Chicago's 1893 fair again, 200-plus structures over 600 acres, built in 24 months. The manufacturer's building alone spanned 44 acres, its hall vast enough for landmarks like the US Capitol or Great Pyramid. Intricate iron glass. How with 1890s tech? Modern pros say impossible. Then San Francisco's 1915 Panama Pacific Expo, post-1906 quake. Yet elaborate palaces rose. Photos show permanence, not temporariness. Suspiciously, few construction pics exist, plenty of finishes and demolitions, but building process? Scarce. Why? Maybe no construction happened. These were pre-existing Tartarian sites. Now let's pivot to something even more enigmatic. Star forts. What are they? Geometric bastions with angular designs scattered worldwide. Where? Europe, North America, Asia. When built? Officially, 1500s, 1800s for defense. But how? Their precision follows math for energy, not warfare. Resonance, electromagnetics. Theorists say Tartarians designed them to channel power, not repel armies. Add acoustics. Enter old cathedrals or halls. Sounds amplify supernaturally. Why? Not for speeches, for tech. Frequencies levitate, alter matter. How? Tartarians mastered this, powering cities wirelessly, moving stones sonically. This explains rapid builds, global styles. Why erase it? Free energy threatens economies built on fuel. If true, what did Tartarians look like? Shocking answer: giants. Walk Tartarian-era buildings, doors 12-20 feet high, massive stairs, towering ceilings. Who needed that? Not average humans. Furniture in old photos, high seats, oversized tables, historical reports, 1800s newspapers detailed giant skeletons, 7-9 feet, found nationwide. Smithsonian acquired them. Then they vanished. Why? Cultural myths align. Titans, Nephilim, Norse giants, memories of real beings. Acknowledging giants upends evolution. So, how did they vanish? Theorists say a great reset. not economic, but historical purge via catastrophes. The 1871 Chicago fire. What started it? Cow lantern myth, but destruction hit ornate buildings selectively. 1906 quake, wars, pandemics, coordinated to erase evidence. Photos from 1800s show empty cities, New York, London, abandoned. Why? Long exposures explain some, but scale suggests depopulation post-disaster. This isn't unrelated tragedies, it's systematic wipeout. Tartaria might not be alone, others erased too. So, what really happened? Evidence in maps, architecture, anomalies points to a hidden truth. As we wrap, ponder. If advanced giants built our world, why the cover-up? Who benefits from forgotten free energy? Your thoughts? What if Mu, an even older civilization, holds more keys? But that's for another dive. Keep questioning. History might be deeper than you think. History isn't just written, it's rewritten. If even a fraction of the Tartaria mystery is true, it means our entire understanding of civilization could be upside down. Were these grand cities, buried buildings, and lost technologies really erased from history? Or are we only now waking up to what's been hidden in plain sight? The truth might be stranger than fiction, but one thing's for sure, the past still holds secrets waiting to be uncovered. What do you think? Fact, fiction, or forgotten truth? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more mysteries of our hidden history.